Hey guys, it's Miss Hartnett. I'm just coming on to give you some updates for your English class. So I hope you are all doing well, staying healthy, and so here we go. Like mentioned before, we're not going to give any additional work. However, I have decided to post some work that isn't going to be due till after April 5th to give you a head start, if you will. It's still pending when we will get back to school, if we are going to get back to school. But I do know that after April 5th, we will be starting some new texts, we will be starting some new assignments, and some projects. So use this time to get a head start. And for those of you that are still missing work, make sure you get that turned in. Let me know if you have any questions on any of those missing assignments. So there are 3 new texts that I have posted in Canvas. We will work to sharpen some skills that we begin to cover in class. And after reading closely these texts, you're going to answer some discussion questions that'll allow you to practice those skills and get ahead. So when we do start, you may get a little break if you start now. So below, I am going to introduce each text with a little background information so you kind of know what you will be looking at. And I recommend choosing a text that you might find enjoyable first because you've been off for a week. And so working with a text that is a little more enjoyable could help you get back into the groove, and then you can find those texts that may not be as enjoyable, but necessarily in this class. So get back in the game, get started. If you have any questions or concerns about the text or the discussion questions, email me and I'll be glad to talk you through them a little further. With that being said, I do want to try our first Zoom meeting this Friday, March 27th at 10 a.m. It's not mandatory. However, I would like to see what a meeting could look like and begin to take some steps if we do need to move forward with a remote learning platform. And so we'll be discussing the text The Feather Pillow, which you all read and took a quiz on the week prior to our little surprise break. It's also in Canvas for your viewing pleasure. So please feel free to join us. Bring any questions, concerns, further thoughts about this first Gothic literature text that you are introduced to. I will post the instructions on how to access Zoom and our meeting number to join the conversation by tomorrow. Because like you, I'm still trying to figure out this whole remote learning. We're doing this together as a team. So if you can't make the meeting, I would still like to hear from you though. So please email me letting me know where you're at in the class. Do you have any missing assignments? If not, have you started on the new text? I will be contacting each of you next week if I don't hear from you. Okay, so check in, send me an email, let me know where you're at and if you have any questions. So I'm going to give you a little rundown of the 3 texts that I put in Canvas. So the first one is called Society, Culture, and the Gothic by Thompson Gale. This text is written in chunks, and so it's pretty easy read. It's not long at all. I think it's like a page and a half, maybe 2 pages. But you're going to be addressing the creation of Gothic literature in regards to fear. We've kind of talked about that already. But more specifically in this text, you're going to focus on women and the female depiction of horror. So you'll have a chance to connect with some ideas that we've previously read in the Feather Pillow, and hopefully emerge with some new lenses to read some Gothic literature in the future. So very important text, and like I said, it's a pretty easy read. It's not too long. The second text is called The Anatomy of a Monster by Tina Marie Boyer, and this text just kind of expands on that idea of monsters being this cultural construct. Your culture may perceive something as different, whether it's physical, whether it's mentally detestable, whether it's spiritually different, and thus this monster is created. And so you'll look a little deeper into that idea where monsters exist and what that reveals about us as humans. So that's another important text, The Anatomy of a Monster, number 2. Number 3, the last one, is going to be your second Gothic literature text, and it's called The Hand by Sidonie Gabrielle Colette. And so this is a short story about a young marriage, some powerful feelings that this marriage evokes, and it all revolves around a hand. I'm not going to give you a lot on that one because I do want you to read it and kind of see what happens and how you kind of depict the hand. So they're not in any particular order. Like I said, I choose one that you find the most enjoyable, and go from there. But please contact me with any questions, and don't forget to get in touch by the end of the week. Check in, see where you're at. Stay safe, wash your hands, and have a great day.